Hey girls, so welcome to the True Feminine YouTube channel. I never get on here, but I'm going to be more consistent. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, but we have some juicy stuff to get into today because this is a very, very important thing for all of you ladies to grasp, to understand, and to look for. And that is, how do you know if a man is ready to move the relationship along to or towards commitment with you? So have you ever felt confused or just kind of like, I don't know if this guy likes me enough to move this relationship towards commitment or not. I'm unsure of what he feels, what he thinks. So I'm going to give you 3 really, really key indicators to let you know if he's actually considering something serious or more commitment with you than just, flakily, I don't know if that's a word, but being a flake with just talking to you, or that's not even the right word I'm looking for, but basically stringing you along essentially, or making you feel like it's something when actually it's not. Okay. Basically, I'm going to help you girls drop some confusion and just understand the hints to actually pick up on. So, number one, if a man really sees you as girlfriend material and he is thinking or considering asking you to be his girlfriend or exclusive or move towards commitment, you will know this because he will be taking action towards you. He will be taking action towards you consistently. You guys, my dog's in the background, so he's always going to be here with us. His name's Trooper. He's cute. Anyways, I digress. He will be taking action steps towards you consistently. That is so important. Consistently is the key word here. Because a lot of us get confused because we're like, oh, but he's coming towards me, but wait, I haven't heard from him in 4 or 5 days. Right? So it's like, it feels chaotic inside. If he is not taking action steps to move towards you consistently, then he may not be considering asking you to be his girlfriend anytime soon or asking for more commitment anytime soon. So that is number 1. Number 2 is, this one's huge, beyond huge. He is beginning to integrate you with him. Integrate you into his world, into his friend circles, meaning he's inviting you to hang out with his friends. He's inviting you to meet his friends. Specifically, a really good indicator that he wants commitment with you is that he's actually starting to introduce you to some of his closest friends. That is huge because that says he likes you enough to bring you around to his friends, number 1. And number 2, he needs to see what it's like. How do you mesh with his friends? How does that go down? And so oftentimes that's one of the last little points a man needs, and before he asks you for for more commitment beyond just dating to date, okay? And number 3 is huge. And this one may go without saying, but he starts to introduce you to his family. Oh my gosh. He starts to introduce you to his family. He starts bringing you around. He may start to bring you around his sister or a brother of his, and then his mom, and then his dad, or he may just do it all at once. But if he begins to slowly sort of integrate you into his family dynamic or meeting some of his family, this is a good indicator that he sees you as someone who is completely an amazing and good catch to move this relationship into real commitment. The exact same things were happening with my now husband. And previously I would get confused because I thought guys liked me because maybe he did one of those things or 2 of those things. But honestly, he needs to have done all of those before he really wants real commitment. Now, let me disclaim here, because sometimes a guy will ask you to be his girlfriend before he has, let's say, introduced you to his family. But a guy who is serious, serious about you, usually that progression is He shows consistent action towards you, number one. And number two, he integrates you into his friend world. He sees how that goes down. And then number three, he takes you and integrates you with his family. And once he has kind of done all of those things, he sort of figures out if he has this green light inside of himself to ask you for something more. And I have seen that with clients over and over and over. Oftentimes that is the progression that it goes. Now, I also want to say it doesn't always, again, a guy will ask you to be his girlfriend without having introduced you to his family yet. So that's very okay if that happens. But if he wants to do something more with you, let's say maybe he's asked you to be his girlfriend and he hasn't introduced you to his family yet, he will not take it to the next step, let's say engagement or something down the road, until he has absolutely introduced you to his family and so on and such. So I think this kind of goes without saying, but so let's do the opposites. A man who is not showing consistent action to you is most likely leaving you feeling confused. And if he is leaving you feeling confused, if I want to give you some advice, I would not attach so quickly to that person. I would not start going into fantasy land about that person if he's not just, first off, started showing consistent action towards you, started putting consistent investments towards you and the relationship with you. Meaning he's not just calling you all the time, but he's calling you and he's coming to see you, or he's asking to see you more often. There should be a healthy level of progression in his investment towards you that's steady, okay? That's steadily moving up, not whoosh up, whoosh down. The ups and downs, the spikes are, they're not always the best indicator of something that is a relationship that is going to be healthy for the long run. So that steady little, inclines, steady inclines. So, so if he is not doing some of those things, and then I would not attach to this guy. This is so massively important. And I think I see so often girls are attaching because the guy's calling them all of the time. But I'm like, okay, but is he taking action to come see you? Does he have no problem paying for you? Does he even have money to pay for you? That's another huge thing that I didn't even get into. And I think I'm going to add that, which is a man, in order for a man to want commitment, he needs to be in a place in his life where he feels confident enough to support dating a woman and pursuing her. So usually if a guy doesn't have a job or something like that, he's going to enjoy the fling or your feminine attention, but he may feel kind of unsettled about moving into a more serious commitment, because that more serious commitment comes with a higher responsibility, and men know this, people know this. And so a guy is just not going to jump in if he is not in a financially decent state of being. And I said decent state of being, okay, because no one's got to be perfect and making bazillions of dollars or whatever it is that you need, whatever you're thinking. No, just that he works a job. He's not lazy. He has income coming in and things like that. So I'm going to stop there because I think I gave four now, but and I just want to say that there are lots of other indicators to tell you whether a man sees you as someone that he wants to move into a serious relationship with. But those are some of my top indicators. So I hope they were helpful. If you guys have questions, leave your questions in the comments below, and I will personally answer your comments that you leave in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more information. I also have a podcast that is a very popular podcast that is super filled with juicy, practical tips for you. And I also have my True Femme program. It is my signature program. And actually it's open to get inside of it. And the next round starts April 1st. And this is like the real deal. We go hard, we go deep, we learn things, and we grow together. and girls come out with boyfriends and serious relationships. And if they didn't get it in 6 weeks, they do get it within the year. So, people, it does happen. So, I think I hit all the things that I needed to tell you girls, but I hope that was helpful. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.